Are you tired of feeling stuck, caught in the same cycle of doubt and frustration? Maybe you've tried to make changes before only to find yourself falling back into old habits. But what if I told you that the key to breaking free doesn't lie in external circumstances? What if it's all about unlocking the power of your mind? Today, we're going to dive deep into how your thoughts shape your reality and how you can harness that power to change your life. This isn't about some vague feel-good idea. This is about actionable, practical steps to break through the barriers in your mind and create the future you deserve. Stay with me because this journey will take you to a place of true mental strength and transformation. Everything starts with thought. Every action, every decision, every result you get in life begins as a thought in your mind. You might not realize it, but your mind has been shaping your reality from the moment you were born. It's the lens through which you see the world, and it dictates how you respond to everything that happens to you. You may think you're just reacting to life, but you're actually creating it with every thought you have. Your thoughts are like seeds. They grow into beliefs, actions, and ultimately the life you're living. If you're not happy with where you are right now, it's time to change the seeds you're planting. Start by understanding that your mind is not just a passive observer, it's the active architect of your life. We all face mental barriers that hold us back. Fear, doubt, and comfort zones are the big ones. These mental blocks have a way of trapping us in a cycle of inaction. Fear tells us that we're not good enough, that failure is just around the corner. Doubt whispers that we'll never measure up, that we're not capable of achieving more. And then there's the comfort zone, a place of familiarity that keeps us stuck in the same place because it's easy, it's predictable. But let me tell you something, staying stuck in your comfort zone comes at a cost. The price is the life you could have lived, the dreams you could have achieved, and the person you could have become. Fear, doubt, and comfort are thieves. They steal your potential and leave you with regrets. You have the power to break through these barriers, but it takes courage, it takes action, and it takes a refusal to settle for less than what you truly deserve. Here's the good news. Your brain is not fixed. In fact, your brain is constantly changing. This is called neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to form new connections and pathways based on what you do and think. Every time you challenge yourself, every time you think in a new way, you're literally rewiring your brain. This is powerful because it means you can change the way you think. If you've been stuck in negative patterns, thinking you're not good enough, believing failure is inevitable, or feeling overwhelmed by challenges, those thoughts are not permanent. You can train your brain to think differently. Imagine your brain like a path through the forest. The more you walk down a particular path, the clearer it gets, the easier it becomes to walk. But if you start walking a new path, even though it's hard at first, over time it will become easier. This is how change happens in your mind. Your daily thoughts, your small decisions, and the habits you build are the tools you use to carve out a new, more powerful path in your brain. Your mind is capable of remarkable things, and when you take control of your thoughts, you take control of your future. This is your opportunity to unlock the true power of your mind and transform your life starting today. Have you ever felt like you're caught in a loop, working hard but not seeing any real change? Are you tired of waiting for life to give you what you want instead of grabbing it yourself? Well, it's time to stop waiting and start doing. Today marks the beginning of something different, something real. This isn't about some grand idea of transformation. It's about real, actionable steps that will reshape the way you think, act, and live, starting right now. I'm about to share a 30-day challenge that will push you to your limits, break down the barriers holding you back, and help you create lasting change. This plan is about more than motivation. It's about creating habits that will become the foundation of your success. Ready for a shift? Stay with me, and I promise you this, what you're about to experience could change your life forever. The next 30 days are about one thing: change. And the best part, it doesn't have to be overwhelming. You don't have to revolutionize your entire life in one day. In fact, that's not the goal. The goal is to make small, powerful changes every single day. When you add up these small actions, over time, they will reshape your mindset and transform your life. Each day you'll take one simple step, just one. It might be replacing a negative thought with a positive one, taking a small action toward a goal, or making a decision that aligns with the person you want to become. At first, it might feel like a tiny change, but when you look back in 30 days, those small changes will have added up to something huge. This is the power of compound growth. The more consistent you are, the bigger the results. Don't underestimate the impact of daily effort. It's everything. Week 1 is all about shifting your mindset. Negative thoughts have a way of creeping in and sabotaging your progress, but it's time to take control. During this first week, you'll focus on identifying and replacing these thoughts with empowering beliefs. Every time doubt or negativity enters your mind, you'll challenge it and replace it with a new perspective. You're not going to let your past failures define you. Instead, you'll embrace the idea that you are capable of much more than you've allowed yourself to believe. In week 2, we're going to talk about discipline. This is where you start building intentional, consistent habits. You'll set goals, small, achievable goals, and you'll commit to them no matter what. The key here is intentionality, doing things with purpose. Every action you take this week should be a step towards something meaningful. The power of discipline is not in the big, dramatic changes, but in the steady, unwavering commitment to small, positive actions. Week 3 will test your resilience. Adversity is inevitable, but it's how you respond to it that defines you. In this week, you'll face challenges, but instead of backing down, you'll lean in. You'll build a muscle for resilience. The goal here is simple. When things get tough, you'll push through. You won't quit. Instead, you'll grow stronger with every setback. Life is always going to throw curveballs, but your ability to stay grounded and keep moving forward is what will set you apart from the rest. Finally, in week 4, we focus on lasting habits. This week is all about turning the positive actions you've started into consistent habits that will continue long after the 30 days are over. You've done the hard work. Now it's time to solidify those changes. You've planted the seeds. Now you'll nurture them into something that lasts. Consistency will become second nature to you. These habits will be your new way of life. Let me tell you something. Your daily habits shape your future. The little things you do each day may seem insignificant at first, but they are building the foundation for everything you want to achieve. If you want to change your life, you have to change your habits. It's that simple. Even on the days when motivation feels low and you're tempted to skip the work, stick with it. Consistency is what makes the difference. You don't have to feel motivated every day, you just have to show up and do the work. Over time, those small, seemingly insignificant actions will add up. And when you look back after 30 days, you'll realize that the real power wasn't in the big moments, but in the daily commitment to your growth. That's where the magic happens. This 30-day challenge is your opportunity to start building habits that will carry you to the next level. Are you ready to take the first step? The time for waiting is over. Let's get to work. Have you ever felt like you're stuck in the same place year after year, watching others move forward while you stay behind? It's frustrating, isn't it? But here's the truth. Most people never even try to break free from their own limits. Why? Because they're afraid. Fear of change, fear of failure, fear of stepping into the unknown. But what if I told you that this fear is what's keeping you from everything you've ever wanted? Today, I'm going to reveal the truth about why 99% of people never reach their full potential and how you can avoid making the same mistake. This isn't about excuses or playing it safe. It's about confronting your deepest fears, challenging your comfort zone, and committing to real, lasting change. Are you ready? Let's dive in. Change is uncomfortable. Let's face it, when things start to shift, we don't always know what's coming next, and that uncertainty can be terrifying. This fear of the unknown holds so many people back. They stay where they are because it's familiar, even if it's not where they truly want to be. And let me tell you, that fear doesn't just come from the potential of failure. It can also come from the idea of success itself. We fear what we might lose. We fear the responsibility that success brings. We fear that we'll be judged. But here's the kicker. The longer you let fear control your decisions, the more you stay stuck. Fear is the thing that keeps you in place, even though your potential is just beyond your comfort zone. But here's the reality. If you want to grow, you must embrace change. You must stop letting fear dictate your life. The unknown is where real opportunities live. In today's world, everything is about speed. We want fast results, quick fixes, instant success. But here's the thing, real success doesn't come overnight. It doesn't come from shortcuts or quick wins. It comes from doing the hard work day after day, even when the rewards aren't immediate. The temptation to chase instant gratification is strong. Who doesn't want that immediate payoff? But that's the trap. The truth is, instant gratification only leads to short-term satisfaction, not lasting success. Learning to delay gratification is one of the most important skills you'll ever develop. It's about having the discipline to focus on long-term goals and resist the urge to take the easy route. When you understand that real success takes time, effort, and patience, you'll start making decisions that are aligned with your future, not your present desires. It's the small sacrifices today that will pay off tomorrow. Keep your eyes on the prize. Most people stay in their comfort zones, and I get it. It's safe, it's easy. But here's the hard truth, your comfort zone is where dreams go to die. If you stay there too long, you'll never grow. Growth happens outside of comfort. It's in the discomfort, the challenges, the moments that force you to stretch beyond your limits. The problem is, staying in the comfort zone feels good in the moment, but feeling good now won't get you the life you want. There's a big difference between comfort and progress. Comfort is familiar. It's where you feel safe, but it's also where you stay stagnant. Growth, on the other hand, is messy. It's uncomfortable, but it's the only place where you'll actually see real change. The best version of yourself lives outside of that comfort zone. The key is to get comfortable with discomfort. Every time you push past your fears, every time you step into that growth zone, you become more of the person you were meant to be. It's not easy, but it's worth it. The reason 99% of people don't even try is because they're too afraid of leaving their comfort zone. They want to avoid the pain, the challenge, the unknown. But let me tell you this, if you want to achieve something extraordinary, you have to do something extraordinary. It's as simple as that. It's time to get out of the comfort zone and step into the growth zone. That's where success lives, and it's waiting for you. Have you ever felt that moment when you're on the verge of something big, but something inside you holds you back? It's that resistance you can't quite explain. You want to move forward, but it feels like the world, or maybe just your own mind, is telling you to stop. You're not alone. Everyone faces resistance. It's a natural part of the process. But here's the truth. Resistance isn't something to fear. It's something to understand and break through. Today, I'm going to help you recognize what's really going on when resistance strikes, how to push past it, and why that's exactly what will set you apart from everyone else who gives up. This isn't about avoiding the struggle. It's about mastering it. By the end of this, you'll have a new perspective on resistance and the mental stamina you need to overcome it. It's time to stop letting fear and doubt control your decisions. Let's dive in. Resistance is the invisible force that tries to hold us back every time we try to step out of our comfort zones. You know what I'm talking about. The voice that says this is too hard or why bother, it's easier to quit. But let me tell you something, that voice is normal. It's part of the process. Every single person who's ever achieved anything of value has faced resistance at some point. It's a natural response to change, growth, and the unknown. When you start pushing yourself beyond your limits, resistance will show up. It may feel like a brick wall, but in reality, it's just a sign that you're moving in the right direction. The challenge isn't to avoid resistance, it's to recognize it for what it is and keep going anyway. When you start to feel that pushback, understand that it's not a sign to stop. It's an invitation to rise above. Every time you push through, you grow stronger. Resistance is the testing ground where your true potential is revealed. Don't shy away from it. Lean into it. Use it as fuel to keep moving forward. Willpower is one of the most powerful tools you have in your arsenal, but it's not invincible. It works like a muscle. Sometimes it's strong, sometimes it's weak, but with consistent effort, you can strengthen it. The more you exercise your willpower, the more stamina you build, and the easier it becomes to push through resistance. Willpower isn't just about forcing yourself to do things you don't want to do. It's about creating habits and routines that support your goals, even when your motivation is low. Imagine you're working toward a big goal. Maybe it's getting fit, building a business, or learning a new skill. There will be days when you don't feel like showing up. Your mind will say, take a break, you deserve it. But here's the thing, the moment you decide to act in spite of that voice, you're building your mental stamina. You're strengthening your willpower, one small action at a time. The key to building mental stamina is consistency. Start small. Set manageable goals for each day. Whether it's working for 30 minutes or committing to a single step, do it every day. Over time, your willpower will grow, and so will your ability to face and overcome resistance. Don't expect it to be easy. Expect it to be a challenge. But remember this, every time you push through, you're building the mental toughness you need to succeed. We've all been there, the why bother moment. The time when everything feels pointless, when doubt creeps in and makes you question your effort. Maybe you've been grinding away for days, weeks, or even months, and you still don't see the results you were hoping for. That's when the resistance gets louder. It says, just give up. It's not working. You're wasting your time. Here's the secret. Everyone faces that moment. It's not a sign that you should quit. It's a sign that you're on the edge of something big. It's the moment before breakthroughs happen. Why bother? The moment is a test. It's a moment that separates those who stay stuck from those who break through. So how do you keep pushing forward when everything inside you wants to quit? The first thing is to remember your why. Why did you start this journey in the first place? What is the bigger goal you're working toward? Keep that vision clear in your mind. Secondly, remind yourself that success isn't always immediate. It takes time, it takes effort. If you can push through that why bother moment, you'll come out on the other side, stronger and closer to your goal. The key is to not stop. Keep moving forward one step at a time. If you want to set yourself apart from the masses, if you want to achieve something extraordinary, resilience is the key. Resilience is the ability to keep going when the going gets tough. It's the mental toughness that allows you to face challenges, overcome setbacks, and continue pushing forward no matter what. Resilience isn't something you're born with, it's something you build over time. It's the result of facing failure, learning from it, and deciding to try again. It's about having the grit to get back up every time life knocks you down. And here's the truth. It's not the people who are the smartest or the most talented who achieve the greatest success. It's the ones who refuse to quit. When you build resilience, you build the ability to stay the course when everyone else gives up. You create a mindset that's unshakable, a determination that can't be broken. That's the difference between those who achieve greatness and those who settle for mediocrity. It's not about avoiding failure, it's about bouncing back stronger every time you face it. The more you embrace setbacks as part of your journey, the more resilient you'll become, and the more unstoppable you'll be in the pursuit of your goals. Resilience is what separates the dreamers from the doers. So the next time resistance comes knocking, remind yourself, you've got this. Keep going. And remember that your resilience will carry you further than anything else. Keep pushing. Keep growing. Your success is waiting on the other side. Have you ever felt like you're giving everything you've got, but something still isn't clicking? You're working hard, putting in the hours, but somehow it feels like you're stuck in place. The truth is, it's not just about your effort or your goals. It's about the environment you've created around you. Today, we're going to break down the secret to setting yourself up for success by shaping the world around you. Your circle, your space, and your daily habits. Because here's the reality. You can have all the drive and ambition in the world, but if the environment you're in isn't helping you, you'll struggle to reach your full potential. Let me show you how to create a setup that propels you forward. This isn't just about motivation, it's about creating the right conditions for success. The best part? You have the power to do it right now. The people around you are one of the most powerful influences on your success. You've heard it before, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. It's true, if you want to level up, you have to start surrounding yourself with people who will push you forward. People you surround yourself with should lift you up, challenge you, and inspire you to be the best version of yourself. If you're constantly around people who are negative, complacent, or discouraging, that energy will rub off on you. It's hard to stay motivated when everyone around you is telling you why something won't work. But when you surround yourself with a positive, motivating network, something incredible happens. You start to believe in what's possible. You start to see your own potential through their eyes. They help you get back on track when you're struggling, and they celebrate your wins when things are going right. Don't let your circle of influence hold you back. Find people who challenge you, who push you to think bigger, work harder, and take risks. These people will become your partners in success. They'll be the ones who believe in you even when you don't believe in yourself. The right environment makes all the difference, so start building it today. Your circle matters more than you think. We all know how easy it is to get distracted. One minute you're trying to focus, and the next you're scrolling through social media or daydreaming about something else. But the truth is, your physical environment has a huge impact on your mental state. If your space is cluttered, disorganized, or filled with distractions, it's much harder to focus and stay productive. Think about it. When your space is clean and organized, you feel more in control. It's easier to think clearly, to stay focused, and to make progress. That's why it's important to create an environment that supports your goals. Clear the clutter. Organize your desk. Set up a designated area where you can work, think, and create without distractions. When you have a clean, intentional space, it becomes easier to step into the mindset of someone who is focused and productive. You don't need a fancy office or a huge budget to get started. Just a little effort goes a long way. Keep only what's necessary. Put away the things that distract you. Create a space that helps you feel calm, focused, and ready to take on the day. Your space doesn't just reflect your mental state, it shapes it. Have you ever noticed how your mornings set the tone for your entire day? Your routine in the first few hours of the day is a blueprint for how the rest of your day will unfold. If you wake up late, rush through your morning, and start your day in chaos, it's much harder to stay focused and motivated. But if you start your day with intention, consistency, and a solid plan, you set yourself up for success. A powerful morning routine can do wonders for your mindset. Whether it's waking up early, getting in a quick workout, meditating, or planning your day, these small rituals make a huge difference. They help you feel grounded, focused, and ready to take on whatever comes your way. But it's not just about the morning. Your evening routine matters too. How you wind down sets you up for a better tomorrow. If you spend your evenings unwinding with something positive, reading, reflecting, or setting goals for the next day, it creates momentum that carries into the next morning. Consistency in your daily routines builds clarity and focus. When you have a routine that supports your goals, you don't waste mental energy wondering what to do next. Your actions become automatic, freeing up your mind to focus on the bigger picture. You become a person who shows up every day ready to make progress. It's not about doing something drastic. It's about small, consistent actions that add up over time. So create routines that set the right tone for your day and watch how your success starts to build. Have you ever found yourself stuck in a rut, hoping for things to change, but feeling like no matter what you do, you just can't break free? What if I told you that the key to unlocking real change doesn't come from staying in your comfort zone, but from stepping outside of it? Today, we're diving into something that most people avoid at all costs: the power of discomfort. We're going to look at how leaning into discomfort can unlock the mental transformation you've been waiting for. It's not about pushing through for the sake of it. No, it's about understanding that true growth, real progress, and lasting change happen when you stop avoiding discomfort and start embracing it. So let's dive into why discomfort is not your enemy, it's your greatest ally. Let me tell you something straight. Growth doesn't happen when you stay in the safe, predictable zone. It doesn't happen when everything feels easy and comfortable. Real growth only happens when you step outside that bubble. When you push yourself into the unknown, when you tackle something that scares you, that's where the magic is. I know it's uncomfortable to hear, but here's the truth. If you're not feeling some level of discomfort, you're probably not growing. The people who succeed, the people who make massive strides, are the ones who are constantly testing their limits, constantly pushing past the barriers they've built around themselves. Discomfort is a signal that you're on the edge of something big. It means you're in the process of changing, evolving, and becoming something greater than you were yesterday. Think about it. The greatest breakthroughs, whether in your career, your health, or your personal life, don't come from doing what you've always done. They come from challenging the status quo, facing the unknown, and breaking down the walls that limit you. So the next time you feel uncomfortable, remember it's not a sign to back off, it's a sign to push forward. Here's something you might not realize: the more you face discomfort, the stronger you become. Each time you confront that uncomfortable feeling, you are building your confidence. It's like muscle training. At first it's hard, it's painful, you question if you can do it. But over time, as you keep showing up and pushing through, you build mental strength. You grow in ways you never imagined. Let me give you some real examples. Think about athletes. They don't get stronger by sticking to the same routine they're comfortable with. They push themselves to the limit. They train harder, longer, and with more intensity, knowing that the discomfort they feel is what's going to make them better. That's how they improve, how they win. It's the same in life. Whether you're facing a difficult project at work, starting a new business, or trying to improve your health, it's the discomfort that builds your confidence. Take any successful entrepreneur you can think of. They didn't get to where they are by staying comfortable. They went through failure, doubt, and discomfort. But with each challenge, they grew more confident in their ability to handle whatever came their way. And that's the key. Discomfort doesn't destroy you, it builds you. And with every uncomfortable experience you push through, you become more confident in yourself, in your abilities, and in what you can achieve. Now let's talk about fear. Fear is something we all feel at some point. We all have that moment where our heart races, our palms sweat, and we think, what if I fail? But let me tell you something, fear doesn't have to hold you back. Fear can be your fuel. In fact, fear is often the exact thing that propels people to do the extraordinary. Think about it. Fear is just a sign that you're stepping into something new, something bigger. It's a signal that you're stretching beyond your comfort zone, that you're about to grow. When you feel fear, don't run from it. Reframe it. Instead of seeing fear as something that's going to stop you, see it as the energy that will push you forward. Take a moment to think about any time in your life when you did something that scared you. Maybe it was speaking in public, going after a new job, or confronting a difficult truth. What happened when you pushed through the fear? You grew, you learned, you became stronger. Fear is not the enemy. Fear is the fuel that powers your transformation. Every time you face it and push through, you get stronger. The secret is in how you respond to fear. You can either let it control you, or you can use it to drive you to the next level. So next time fear creeps in, don't back down. Use it, channel it, let it propel you toward your goals. Fear doesn't have to be your enemy. It can be your greatest motivator. Have you ever tried to make a change only to find that after a few weeks you've fallen back into old habits? You start strong, but something always pulls you back. What if I told you that the secret to lasting change isn't just about setting a goal or making a decision? It's about building a new mindset, a mindset that supports long-term transformation. Today we're going to dive into how you can make your 30-day reboot stick. This isn't about a quick fix or a temporary shift. It's about creating lasting change in your life, change that will carry you forward well beyond the next month. I'm going to show you how reflection, accountability, and a sustained commitment to growth can keep you on track for the long haul. Get ready. What you're about to hear could be the blueprint for transforming your life for good. If you want to truly grow, you have to reflect on where you've been and where you're going. It's easy to set a goal, but if you don't track your progress, you'll never know how far you've come or where you need to adjust. Daily reflection is the key to this. Whether you choose to journal, meditate, or simply take a few moments at the end of your day to review what went well and what didn't, this practice helps you stay grounded in the process. Reflection allows you to see your patterns, your strengths, your weaknesses, and the small victories that can easily go unnoticed. It forces you to pause and think, and when you do this regularly, you begin to understand your habits on a deeper level. This is where true growth happens. You start to notice the little things, when you're slipping, when you're on track, and when you need to shift gears. Don't let the day pass without taking time to reflect. It's not just about writing down what went wrong. It's about finding the lessons in each moment and using them to propel you forward. This daily practice will make the difference between temporary progress and lasting transformation. Now, let me tell you something. Accountability is non-negotiable. We all need someone to help us stay on track. If you think you can do this alone, I'm here to challenge you. You can't. Accountability partners, coaches, or even a small group of friends who are on the same journey can make all the difference in ensuring that the change you're striving for actually sticks. It's so easy to let things slide when no one is watching, but when you know someone else is holding you to your word, it changes everything. Accountability keeps you honest with yourself. It forces you to show up even when you don't feel like it. Setting clear milestones and regular check-ins ensures you're not just drifting aimlessly. It's a commitment to yourself, but it's also a commitment to the people you've invited into your growth process. When someone is checking in with you, when they ask, "How's it going?" you'll be more likely to answer with pride and not embarrassment. Your goals matter more when you know you've got others supporting you and expecting you to show up. So find someone who will challenge you, who will keep you accountable, and who won't let you off the hook. This is how you stay committed to your vision and continue making progress every single day. Making change last beyond 30 days requires something more than just willpower. It requires a mindset shift. After 30 days, you can't just go back to your old ways. You've started something new, and now you need to integrate it into your life in a way that makes it permanent. This is where the real work begins. It's easy to commit for a month, but what happens when the initial excitement fades? That's when your long-term mindset needs to kick in. To sustain the change, you need to think about growth as a constant process. There is no finish line, there's only evolution. The key to continued progress is self-challenge. Don't get complacent. As you approach day 30, set your sights on the next challenge. Push yourself in new directions, try new things, and keep raising the bar. This doesn't mean adding pressure or overwhelming yourself. It means finding new ways to evolve and keep your growth dynamic. Real success comes from the daily work you put in after the reboot. It's about making small adjustments every day, constantly pushing yourself to improve, and staying committed to your vision even when it's hard. The goal is not to reach a certain point and stop. It's to make growth a part of who you are. When you embrace this mentality, change becomes not just a 30-day process, but a lifelong commitment. Keep challenging yourself, keep reflecting, and never stop striving for more. This is how you make the reboot stick and turn it into a new way of living. You are capable of lasting transformation, but it requires ongoing effort. Make the decision to keep evolving, and your life will continue to change in ways you never thought possible. Have you ever felt like you've been stuck in the same spot for too long, like the future you want is always just out of reach? Maybe you've been waiting for the right moment to make a change, or for something to happen to push you forward. But here's the truth. The right moment will never come unless you create it yourself. Today, right now, is your turning point. I'm not here to sugarcoat things or offer empty promises. This is about real, lasting change that comes when you make a choice to act. What you do in the next few moments, the decision you make right now, could change everything for you. No more waiting. No more excuses. Today, you're going to take control of your life and start moving forward. Let's dive in, because what you're about to hear will lay the foundation for the success you've been waiting for. Let me ask you something. Where are you right now? Are you standing still, waiting for change to come to you, or are you stepping forward, ready to create the life you've always wanted? You have a choice to make. Every day you can choose to stay where you are, stuck in the same patterns, trapped by the same fears, or you can decide to take control of your future and make a change. That decision right now will define where you go from here. The cost of inaction is clear. You remain where you are, trapped by the same challenges, struggling with the same obstacles. The price of transformation, it's action. It's commitment. It's the willingness to step out of your comfort zone, to face the uncertainty, and trust that the effort you put in today will pay off tomorrow. If you keep waiting for something to change without taking any steps, nothing will ever change. But if you take charge now, if you choose to act, your life will begin to shift in ways you can't even imagine. The moment of choice is here. Will you stay stuck, or will you take control of your future? Now that you've made the decision to move forward, it's time to commit. This isn't just about a quick fix or a 30-day attempt to turn things around. It's about trusting the process, understanding that real change takes time, and committing to the journey. Over the next 30 days, you will be faced with challenges, doubts, and moments where giving up might seem easier. But let me remind you, greatness doesn't come from perfection. It comes from persistence. During these 30 days, you will build habits that stick, develop a mindset that pushes you forward, and learn the power of daily actions that lead to lasting change. Don't expect everything to be perfect. In fact, don't even aim for perfection. What matters is that you keep going, one step at a time. Trust the process, stay committed to your vision, and don't let the small setbacks deter you. It's the moments you push through the toughest parts that will make the greatest impact. When you look back at the end of these 30 days, you'll realize something powerful. It's not about what you achieved in those days, it's about who you became in the process. You are building something stronger, something better, and it's all starting now. Commit to the 30-day challenge. Embrace the discomfort, and know that with every day you push forward, you're one step closer to the life you've always dreamed of. Keep moving, keep trusting. Your future starts today.